Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We're going to talk about Vechain price prediction and the magical dollar mark that everyone asks about. And it's been delayed, but it hasn't been nearly as bad as we thought. It has been delayed by more than 1 or 2 months. I'm going to push it back like 4 months. And I think the earliest it can achieve it is by the end of this year. Maybe it'll stretch into next year. But waiting for next year to make, hundreds of thousands of dollars or $1 million is fine. A lot of you did buy at around like a penny or half a penny when I first started talking about it. And if you did that, you're still fine. Yes, you would have been better off selling at 24 cents, but hindsight's always 2020. And even at like 7, 8 cents, you're still around 16, 17x up, which is still a pretty good investment, in my opinion. Obviously, 16, 17x in a year, like you could only dream about that putting your money in a bank or a fund. So it's still been pretty good. But those of you that bought at the high, obviously you're down. If you bought at the high of any coin a couple of months ago, you are definitely down. And the $1 prediction does depend on POA 2.0, which is coming out pretty soon. They've just migrated VIP 193 to the testnet. I did another video about that. Go watch that. And VIP 200 is actually coming out as well. So the migration to the testnet, they'll have to test a few more things, and then they'll have the community vote on it. I will tell you when the community votes on it, and once that happens, POA 2.0 will push out. VExchange 2.0 has been launched, so I expect VeChain to actually get DeFi within the next month or two. That being said, DeFi might push VeChain's price a little bit, but the only way DeFi will really push VeChain's price is if a Bitcoin starts to recover. You can see the Bitcoin hash rate. We hit a low around Independence Day, and we've actually gone up about 10, 12% since then. Obviously, nothing compared to what we came down from. And if you look at the slope of this, the slope of the rise, it's not nearly as quick as the slope of the fall. And that's because, if China just kicks the miners out, which they did, like they have to shut off right away, and it just crashes down immediately. Setting back up is much harder because you have to move all that crap overseas and get all the data centers and contracts set up, or you have to develop your own industries, which actually takes longer. There is an industry in Ohio which is using nuclear power to actually mine Bitcoin. There's also some hydroelectric power mining Bitcoin as well. So that will help with the recovery. However, it's not going to happen in 1 or 2 months. It'll take, by this slope, it'll probably take like 3 or 4 months. So October, November, coins can start to go up. And I think people forget how fast these coins can go up once they start going up. I mean, VeChain basically 10x in 1 or 2 months. So if it starts going up in October, I wouldn't be surprised if it hit like, 50 cents a dollar by December. It might take longer than that, depending on how fast the Bitcoin hash rate goes up and how fast Bitcoin can recover. But right now, with this actually happening, and I do think Bitcoin's going to recover once the hash rate gets to around 90, 100 million. I do think the price will start to recover, and then the rest of the altcoins will follow a week or two afterwards. Usually, like in these big increases, there's about a week or two lag for Bitcoins and altcoins, but altcoins generally do follow Bitcoin. Like a lot of people doubted it before like this year's increase, but they finally saw it when the altcoins finally caught up. So my guess is that VeChain will actually still hit an all-time high, probably sometime around November or December now. So it still could be this year, could stretch into next year. That just means you have to wait a few more months for your big gains. If you bought it in half a penny and sold it more towards high, congratulations. But if you're still holding on, you'll probably have to wait for 3 or more months. It's not like an overnight thing, and it heavily depends on when Bitcoin recovers. And I do think the hash rate will take a couple of months to recover, but there are definitely signs of the hash rate recovering because, like other countries are opening up and they're mining. There's still a lot of uncertainty about regulations, but I don't think regulations in the United States is going to be too horrible for Bitcoin because there are congressmen that are actually invested in Bitcoin. And, there are people like Saquon Barkley, the running back, who just wanted his all his endorsements Bitcoin, and there are other people taking parts of their salary in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. And with that happening, mass adoption is just around the corner, probably a couple of years from now still. But, I don't think they're just going to ban cryptocurrencies, and they'll keep growing definitely. So hash rate probably take a couple of months to recover, and the recovery should follow. But the VeChain $1, although still going, has been delayed for a couple of months, maybe to very late this year or very early next year. So that's the video for right now. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.